Well, good afternoon, everyone. Hope you're all well and you're busy. We're joined today by Julia Fox, and we're going to be talking all about Julia's VAT registration. Woo! Julia has smashed the last 3 years running a salon on her own. She runs Fur Fabulous Grooming in Bury St Edmunds, and reached out a few months ago regarding going VAT registered. So we got her through it and got some support, and Julia's gone for it. And I thought it'd be really useful to get her onto the group and onto the podcast just to talk about her experiences. So welcome, Julia. How are you? How are you doing?
I'm good, thank you. How's everyone?
I'm sure they're all probably like sweaty and like loads and loads of dogs, because Christmas is just the silly season, isn't it?
They'll probably watch it later when they're home.
Yeah, that's it. That's it. So tell us a little bit about yourself. How did you get into the grooming industry?
Oh my god, I've actually been grooming nearly 19 years now. Which surprised a lot of people. I first learned about dog grooming when my mum got a Scotty and a Westie as a wedding gift.
All right.
And they needed haircuts, and I was like, that's amazing. I didn't know that was a thing. And then my mum bought me these like the wild clippers. So they wanted a little lever on, and I used to trim them in the garden. And from then I just started to do like some friends and family's dogs in the house. And then I done a little bit of mobile when I started driving. I'd have a table and a dryer, and I used to lug it around. It was an absolute nightmare. And I did that aside from working, so it was like a bit of pocket money. And then I started working full time for some people until 3 years ago, and I moved to Bury. I moved to Bury 5 years ago actually. I set up on my own 3 years ago.
Wow! So you actually you did it a bit like my wife Emma. She started off in actually people's houses.
Yes.
Houses, and did you find that they were sort of behind you, watching what you were doing?
Oh my god, it's a nightmare, and the dogs play up more. You're so on edge. You're like, oh, please don't squeak or something. I've done something, because the owner's going to be there at the door going, what's happened?
And you can just imagine taking a blaster dryer into their house and then like standing in their kitchen blasting their dog. That wouldn't work.
Yeah, just gets everywhere.
They'll be finding hair everywhere, and all of their dinners for the next 6 months.
And it's always people at the houses, they've got like a really long drive, or you've got to go upstairs and into flats. So that was an absolute nightmare. I don't recommend it.
No, it is obviously something to consider, isn't it, when you're setting up? But Emma was turning up to people's houses they weren't in, or they just leave a key under the mat and stuff like that. It's like, it's not very helpful. And
I literally did a handful.
You then struggle because you're having to drive everywhere, aren't you, or having to drive around, so it cuts down the amount of work that you can do. Yeah,
I've always seen like that. I love a busy salon. I love multitasking. Like I said, I've got ADHD, so I'm very high energy. I'm go. So busy grooming suits me really well. I just did the odd few really on my days off.
So how did you find your first grooming job?
I worked as a Saturday girl for a groomer for a little while, and then I moved on to somewhere for kennels, and then she kind of left me to it a little bit. Then I went out of grooming for a bit and just done on the side still. I worked for a pet shop, and I thought, I really want to get into grooming. I done a training day with someone for 3 days for poodles, Angela Preddy, and I asked for her for a job. And I went there, and it was a very busy salon, and I absolutely loved it. Loved it.
So did you start off just doing the bathing and prepping, and then moved your way through?
Yeah, because I'd done quite a bit of I'm quite a lot self-taught. So I've done some trimming already. So she got me bathing and drying, and then she had me trimming, and then she was like, actually, you can probably do a lot more trimming now. So she pushed me forward quite quickly, and she got me through my exams.
And what exams did you do? Sitting Guilds?
So I've done Sitting Guilds, yeah. I went externally, also through an apprenticeship scheme called Keats. I'm not sure if you heard of Keats.
Yeah.
I put my staff through it as well. So Keats is very good for work-based apprenticeship scheme. So yeah, I've done I think I've done level 2, level 3 animal care, and I've done customer service, which was a killer. So that's tedious, boring I've ever done in my life.
I suppose a lot of us.
I
We
did
can
start
get into
by
dog grooming because
ICNG.
they want. You get into dog grooming because you want to deal with the dogs, not with the people, I suppose.
Yeah, it's a bit like that.
So you,
Yeah.
I take it, you said you moved to Bury St Edmunds like 5 years ago. Was that what made you open your own place, or how did that come about? What was the aspiration?
Yeah, I moved here with my partner at the time, because he's moved his job, so we decided to move this way. And I found a job for someone who wasn't a groomer, and she set up a grooming salon in the back of her business, which was like a coffee shop and furniture shop, and it was all dog friendly. So she set up a salon at the back. So I was working there. I literally ran it. You know, she didn't know anything about grooming, so I was running it all for her. Unfortunately, the rest of the business wasn't doing well, and it had to close down. So that really gave me the push to go, right, I've got all these customers, and they want me to do their dogs. So yeah, I found a premises and I moved in, and I must say I was ready. I was more than ready to do it.
Yeah.
That's one thing I can say. And I don't regret not doing it any earlier, because I really was ready for it, and I just hit the ground running.
So you I take it you had to move premises, or did you take over the coffee shop?
No, it was a really big premises. I couldn't take over that one. So it was just a small premises around the corner. A friend of mine, Violet Slade, who has Russian black terriers, and she passed away a couple of years ago. Her and her husband lent me £2,000 to set it up. So I set that business up for £2,000. I already had a bath. The bath I was using was my own bath. I had a lot of equipment, secondhand equipment already. And I had an IKEA desk in the front of the salon, no barrier. And when I started making money, I just started adding things in, how I really wanted it, to the point I thought, this is too small for me now.
I love that, because one thing I teach on our startup course is that you can do this with little resources. You pay for your training, your qualification, but you don't have to go out there and buy all of that equipment and buy those like awesome baths that are out there. When you and my wife started like 19 years ago, 16 years ago, this stuff didn't really exist, did it? No. So curves, I'm not sure, curved scissors.
Yeah, I didn't know about curved scissors probably till about 2009, and I watched it. I was lent a DVD of a groomer that was creative groomer. She's got Bijons, and she had these like curved scissors, and she was flipping them. That's the first time I saw about flipping scissors as well. I was like, oh my god, this is awesome.
All these shampoos and all these products that you're surrounded by, the grooming industry has gone through a massive boom in the last sort of...
I remember it was all washing up liquid.
we used we actually used to use like a baby shampoo from a local supermarket. It was so cheap, and then we kind of the instructions at one point, it said not for animal use or something. We're like, or maybe we should change to an animal shampoo. But it was awesome, it worked really well. But so what's really interesting is that you can go out there with, and what we call bootstrapping, you can go out there with limited resources and set up a really good, successful business, because it's the product, isn't it? It's what comes out of your doors at the end of the day that the customers are worried about.
Yeah. I think, don't get yourself into debt. Don't get a huge loan and get a salon and spend all your money getting it all together. And then you're sitting there thinking, with all this debt, and it's such a heavy weight over your shoulders. And I had £2,000 and I paid it off with the dog grooms.
Yeah.
With her, I was really fortunate with that. And like I said, once I started making some money, then I would buy something else for the business.
Yeah, that's it. So grow your business, and you can do your. I don't know if you've seen pictures of our shop, but it's only been the last couple of years where we've really accelerated the changes in the shop. We're putting the cladding up and doing the proper flooring. When we've had a bit of money come into the shop, and then upgraded the bath. We had a normal, what I call human bath for
I've seen that
years, with like a bit of concrete in the bottom to make it non-slip. We just had an imaginative father-in-law that's like, well, you can do it with this, can't you? So you don't have to.
Obviously, because I've moved premises this year, and now I'm on 700 square feet premises, and that was yet again terrifying thing to do on your own. I'm single, I run a business on my own, and I put a lot of money into it. So I thought, you know what, I'm going to start off, especially the really important stuff like flooring. to me, changing flooring when you've already got a running business salon is a nightmare because you're going to have to get everything out there. So to me, that was quite a big thing I wanted to make sure I got in. So the big things like the walls putting up and the plumbing, the electrics, any sort of like permanent barriers, I wanted those things in now because that's it, that's done. So anything else, like I've just got a hydro bath now, but I made sure I had all the plumbing, everything there ready for the hydro bath when I got it. But I would like to, but I'll have one for now. Those kind of things, like I'd like to get a drying cabinet. Yet again, what was more important is I had the flooring down. I can get a drying cabinet another time.
Yeah, that's it. And you've learned as well from having your first place. What would you improve next time? You took that opportunity as well, haven't you? So yeah, we went through loads and loads of lino year after year of replacing bloody lino.
Yeah, I've seen that. That's one thing from working in other salons beforehand. I've seen a lot of things that what works and what doesn't work. And like the raised platform flooring as well, it gets under there, that ends up rotting through as well and have to be replaced.
Yeah, I think they took the floor up in our place, and all the water goes into one corner at the very front, and hence why we had like quite a lot of issues in that corner, and there must have been like 15 years worth of hairy, mouldy water in there from.
Oh, you get like brown gunk.
Yeah, it's horrible, isn't it? But no, it's good that you just learn, don't you? And you learn at what works, what doesn't work, and what you want to invest your money in. And when you get I actually think when you get your premises looking and feeling nice, it also lifts your brain, your business brain, and your mood, and it's like nice to come in.
Yeah, I want you to look nice when the customers walk in as well. So like reception area. Mine's quite open plan. I've got double glazing doors going to the bathroom, so it locks the noise out. People can see through, and I can see through what's going on in there as well. And I want people to come in and go, "Oh wow, this is really nice." You've actually got your wards up. I know your rosettes. I was always known for my window displays in the other salons. That's something I wanted to bring in here as well. So just change them seasonally. It keeps people a bit more interested and change things around. That's really important for people to go and go, "Oh my wow, this is really nice," and they see what they're paying for then as well.
Yeah, that brings us on to another really important thing, isn't it? Like your branding and your, who you are in your shop, and then that enables you to charge more for your
yeah. I want to be a high-end salon. Some people just want to be a country salon, just want to do it from home, and that's fine. There's a market for all of us. But to me, I like the more high-end, glamorous things. That's why I'm called Fur Fabulous. I've got, I can't be called Fur Fabulous and just work from a shed. It's like a palace when you walk into my salon now.
Now, someone put into my group a few weeks ago, why do people always want to pay the £35 grooms? And it was a bit of a longer post than that. And I kind of went back with a question, was like, well, what do you ask for? What do your customers expect from your business? And that leads me into like what you're saying about creating that palace or that luxury experience. Do you think that there are kind of price brackets? So you've gone beyond that £35 groomer, you no longer touch those kind of, I don't want to sound rude about customers, but you no longer touch those kind of dogs. You're not a £35 groomer anymore. You've gone up to the next sort of price bracket. And how does that relate to your area? Because we also see a lot of people saying, well, people wouldn't pay that in our area. What's your experiences around that?
If we just revert this to clothing, there are people that will pay ridiculous amount of money for designer clothing. And there's people that would only happy just to get something from Tesco or Primark. And that's everywhere. No matter where you are in the country, there'll be people in that village that would only go and buy expensive branded clothing, and some that only will get the cheaper clothing. Is dog groomers the same?
Yeah, you get what you ask for.
Yes.
Yeah.
Some people like a more expensive service. And some people think they're getting more quality if they're paying more as well. I've got horses, and if I had someone say to me, I pay £75 every 6 weeks for my horse to have her shoes done. If I had a farrier come to me, my farrier charges £60, I'd be like, is he really doing a good job though?
That's it, because you want that money for you means quality, doesn't it?
Yeah. If he's charging more, that means my farrier knows his worth. He knows his worth, he knows his quality, and I see him, he takes pride in his work as well, and he is really good. But it's just something like that is really important at horses' feet. Same with grooming.
So where you've it'd be interesting to where you've been grooming before to where you are now. Is there a big change in demographic? What's the areas like? Would like people say, well, I want to get over this belief that people won't pay more for their grooming because of the area they live in. And sometimes I sort of say, well, people still drive like expensive cars. They still have designer clothing, no matter where they are. So I want to get over this. I want to get the industry over this misconception that because I live in X village or X town, they won't pay Y for my prices.
I think everyone just really worries, and it's all about the unknown. It's all about the unknown, especially this is our livelihood as well. But
people will. And how have you embraced that? How have you taken your prices? Have your prices changed a lot from when you were in your old salon to now where you are in your new salon?
Yeah, I mean, it evolves anyway over time anyway, pricing structure anyway. And I think a lot of the thoughts on grooming prices are a bit stone age still. Some people think still should be charging a lot less, still charging £35 they were a few years ago and still charging it now. Prices are going up all the time and you just need to keep up with it. You're working in busy salons anyway, you see what the worth is. Get at the right price. Doing less is more as well. I'd rather charge the right price and really have the time to put into my clients and the grooms that I'm doing, and charge a cheaper price, be extremely busy and extremely stressed, and not producing work that I want to produce.
Yeah, that's it. Be more expensive so you have more time to deliver a better product to your customers.
Yeah,
like it. And so you opened up your Fur Fabulous salon. It was a smaller salon, wasn't it? And did you take on members of staff or?
Yeah. I got 2 members of staff.
Woo.
Yeah.
How did you find these people? Did you do apprenticeship?
No, what the really good ones I found of girls that are doing grooming at college that are looking for work experience. I don't take work experience unless they are doing grooming. And Natasha, when I first opened Fur Fabulous, she came to me for that, and she started voluntary, and she's been with me ever since, and now she's my manager. Because they're girls, they want to do it, and they come in for like a day with me. Oh my God, I've learned so much more in a day here than I have the last few months I've been at college, because it's real working environment. And those girls want to do it. And same as my bar for now, Louisa, she's joined me earlier in the year. And she works at college, and she's come here now, and both of them passed their exams with its distinctions. And they want to stay on, and they want to work for me. So you look after your staff, they'll look after you as well.
Cool. So these are probably sitting guilds.
Yes.
Yeah, because they want the work experience, don't they? They want you to go out and do so much work experience.
Yeah, and surprisingly, actually, quite a lot of the girls in, I say girls, that's students in college, they don't really go for the work experience. A lot of them don't, and that's a bit sad. I think they should push it a lot more for them to find work experience, and a lot of groomers should be considering it, taking them on as well.
Yeah, and that's another question that gets asked a lot: how to find groomers for the salons. I think a lot of people get busy really quickly and they want to take on extra staff. And I've gone down we did the apprenticeship route, but then there's another option for people, isn't there? Going down the the work experience route. I think it's hard to take on good experienced groomers because a lot of them have got their own businesses set up, haven't they?
Yeah, and that's always the worry as well when you do take someone on, if they're just going to leave and take the clients with them. So have a concrete contract.
Yeah.
So if my girls leave, they can't operate within X amount of miles from the salon's location.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of rules on there about taking clients and also staff as well.
So you got your members of staff, and you obviously got really, really busy really quickly, and then decided to upgrade your premises. Is that right?
Yeah. That was so stressful. It was so stressful, and I think I was open probably a couple of months before it hit me. I thought, oh my God, I've done it. It took me quite a while. Oh my God, I've done it. It's up. Trying to organise all the tradesmen and keep them in line is so hard. and them to understand your vision and what you want as well. But now I sit back and someone goes, that wall looks really cool, it looks amazing. I've got it's hard to explain, a designed wall which I created. I literally just draw a bit of paper. I said that's what I want, and they put it up. That's amazing. I designed it myself. You do feel a bit like that now. But it took me a little while to hit because it was so stressful, but it is so worth it.
Was it hard to find the premises that you've moved to, or?
I think there was a lot of premises available because of COVID. A lot of businesses closed down. It's trying to find somewhere with the right location. What I found really difficult. But yeah, this was literally 5 minutes down the road from where I was. There was parking for staff. I didn't have staff parking. My last place, I didn't even have customer parking. So this has got customer parking as well. And the space is just so much better. And I've got a security system door on as well, so no one can come in unless I physically let them in, or buzz them in.
So did you have like a criteria in your head as to what you wanted? I mean, it sounded like, were you on a high street beforehand and now you've come away from the high street, or what's the difference?
It's a bit of an unusual one. It's just literally just off the town centre. Like I could walk to the town centre, but it was just a row of houses and there was just a couple of shops, literally two little shops. And it's been everything, that little premises, because of the parking issue. But like I said, it was just a short walk from town. But because of grooming, people just stop outside, drop the dog off, and jump in the car and go again. So it wasn't a really big issue. But I was on a road, and it was a fairly busy road. I'm being there 2 years. Nearly 3 years. I only had one dog get hit by a car.
Right.
And that was the client put the wrong harness on the dog, and the harness backed out of it. The dog backed out the harness. But it's still scary, and because people aren't very clever. They have these harnesses on them that are too big, and the collars that are too big, and they're trying to drag the dog in. And
we've had cats turn up in people's arms before for cat grooming, and it's like you're not going home without a cat basket, or Yeah,
I've given a cat basket away to someone before to carry their cat in. I had someone carry a cat in a handbag as well. She comes in with a handbag.
So scary, isn't it? Oh, that's all right. The cat will be fine. We don't know.
No.
So that was forming part of your decision to move, was somewhere a bit away from roads with some parking and
it's good to have a bit of. Unfortunately, I don't really have road visibility, but I'm quite close. But the road visibility was really good because people would drive past. It was just come up to a little small roundabout. So when they had queuing of traffic there, people would look through the window and have a window display up. And I used to have people that didn't have dogs used to knock on the door and go, I don't have a dog, but I just want to say, you always have so much joy to see your window displays every time. I can't wait to see what you always do next. So it was hard to pull away from that because I really enjoyed providing that for the community. But I still have my window displays where I am now.
Yeah. You just have to up your marketing on social media and stuff like that, so people know that you're there, I suppose.
Yeah. So if I put a new window display, I'll put pictures, or I'll do like a little video tour of it. This is our new window display now.
Awesome. Yeah. So you moved to your big new premises, but this also meant that you can take on more work. Were you at absolute capacity at your place, or?
I mean, we reined in a bit back because of COVID, because we had to structure customers coming in and out. It was a very, very small reception area. So we did a couple less dogs a day to try and spread out when customers coming and collecting. And then when we got the bigger salon, I can let that go a little bit more. We can do a bit more. So it took a little while for that to recover, especially because the move. I didn't see a lot of clients for a few months because of just we moved. I did lose some clients just because I moved 5 minutes down the road. They're so fickle, but it's the way it is. But I'm constantly getting new clients, constantly.
It's excellent. And you just moved 5 minutes down the road and you're still picking up all these new people. So where are they finding you from? Just from social media, I suppose? Or? Yeah,
social media, Google, word of mouth is a big thing. To mark the move, I dyed and done a spiral on my dog. So the Salons pink and green, which sounds really brisk, but it's like a pastel colours. So I done him pink and green. It's also got accent gold, so I put some gold glitter on it. And the papers got a hold of it, so they called me up and I had an article on me with the picture of the dog. So that kind of really pushed and promoted it forward as well. So if you can do something like that, that's going to get the media's attention, they will, make an article on you in the newspaper as well and get people talking.
Yeah,
that's why I done it.
Yeah, think outside the box. And we hammer on a lot, I suppose, about websites and social media, but there are other avenues as well, isn't it? Such as the media.
I'll take them out for a walk. I'll take them pets at home. and get people talking. They'll say hello to them and you go, why'd you did it? And I'll say, well, I've just opened my new grooming salon.
Yeah, and also a lot of the newspapers, they're on their editors and their reporters are on Twitter and stuff like that. So you can actually go out and find them.
Yeah, it come up on Facebook as well. So my friend saw it and she sent it to me, and a lot of people were sharing it around.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, they loved it.
But with a bigger salon, obviously your overhead's a bit bigger, so you need to earn some more money, or push.
Yeah.
Push yourself. Yeah. Did you increase your staff members? Or are you still?
No, I'm still on the 2 at the moment. It's worked quite well because now, since moving, I now promoted Natasha to manager, and she's at the point now where she can do full grooms and she can run a day now. So it's allowed me to step away a little bit. You're doing the grooming competitions, and I do dog showing as well. So it's actually allowed me to step away a little bit and do a few things that I want to enjoy.
Yeah, go see a horse.
Yeah, and the horses, and which has been absolutely amazing. But yeah, I'm coming VAT registered now as well. I am still getting new clients in, and we'll build up a lot more. It's just a little bit of adjustment from the move and the VAT with clients. But either way, you're going to lose clients, but you're always going to gain some as well.
So tell us about, was VAT always something that you knew about? Was it on the radar, or did someone phone you one day, like an accountant, saying, "Do you know what's just about to happen to you?" How did it come about?
Well, actually, in my first year, I was pushing the VAT threshold, and I had to rein back so I wasn't going over it. It was extremely stressful. So it's something that I did know about and had to have at the back of my mind. Yeah, and my accountant contacted me recently about it. She said, "I know we were talking about VAT. Where are you now?" And I looked at it and I thought, I'm going to hit it in January. I'm definitely going to hit it in January. So we spoke about that. I was absolutely terrified because October, I've just paid the last tradesman off for the salon being built. So yeah, I got contact with you, and you put me onto a YouTube clip with, do you know who it was?
Helen, yeah.
Helen, and you put me on to talk to someone as well that become VAT registered. That was already VAT registered, but they're absorbing it. And it is so terrifying to think I've got to put this on top of my clients. Shall I absorb some? Shall I not absorb some? You don't know. We don't know anyone that's done it before. And thinking of it now, this is the way I see it. It's either I don't become VAT registered, and I'm going to have to rein back my clients, probably lose clients to stay underneath it. So that way I'm losing clients. Or I become VAT registered. Yes, I'll probably lose some clients because I put money on top, but I can gain more.
That's it.
So I'm going to grow. So last month, I became VAT registered 1st of November. Last month, I had 15 new clients, and they're more than happy to pay.
Paying the new prices.
Yeah, a lot of them more than happy to pay. And this month already, we've had 12 new clients. So people will pay it. I went straight thinking, maybe I should just do 12% and absorb the 8%. And that's the notice I put out to my customers. I said, I put around 12% because I didn't want to say like an exact, because not everyone's going to be at that. So clients that have gone, so now what I'm doing, if they're 6 weeks or less, I'll charge them in at 12%. If that dog then they've gone longer and it comes in matted, then they get 20% because I'm not taking the hit for them letting the dog go long. And everyone else comes in at 20. But looking back now, I probably would have just thought, just go straight in at 20 because just go straight in at 20, because you're going to have to adjust it later. Because I worked it out. If I did nearly everybody at 12%, you're looking at £800 to £1,000 loss a month that you're taking the hit, and they don't appreciate it. They don't value appreciate you for it. No, they don't.
No, they don't. They
No.
don't understand it. They don't even get it.
No.
So,
I was really surprised actually how many of my clients were very supportive over it. I had a client give me a fist bump. She was like, "Oh, well done."
You've just charged me more money. I'm really happy for you. How weird.
Well done. I think I've only had a couple that have said, "Oh, that's more than I can pay." All you can say is, "Like, I understand that, but I'm in a position where I have to be back registered now." You just got to say, "I understand that. You have to go somewhere else. You have to go somewhere else." A lot of them probably will come back.
That's it. And I'd really like to explore that. You said that you were trying to keep yourself under, and how stressful that was. What was causing that stress? And what was it like? Were you having to look at the figures every day, every week, every month?
Yeah, I think it got to the point I thought, right, we're just gonna have to go on holiday for a couple of weeks.
So you had to have physically shut to stop.
Yeah, I'm just gonna have to close and say we're on holiday.
Yeah. And so, and it's something that I kind of explain to people. If you're coming up to the VAT limit, and you've got like 3 months left of your financial year, what do? And then I sort of put it to them and say, well, you're just going to close your shop. And they're like, no, I can't do that. I can't close over Christmas.
Yeah, I had to. I think I knew before it got to that point. So I kind of reined back in quite a lot. I'm just gonna have to do less bookings a day. Try to spread them out a bit more.
Which is then, like you said, you're holding your business back, aren't you? You're capping and limiting your income, because your overheads will eventually sort of start catching up, because prices go up. Cost of electricity, gas, minimum wage, cost of employees, pension. So they all start going, like, catching you up, and you can't put your prices up, because you start putting your prices up, you're then going to hit that VAT threshold again, aren't you? So you're in a real sort of, you're squashed in the middle all the time that you're trying to stop your business from going over that threshold. You're kind of stuck.
Yeah, you always feel you need to explain that to people as well. We shouldn't have to explain about putting our prices up. We shouldn't have to. Tesco doesn't. We just go in there, it's more expensive. They don't have notices going out 3 months in advance that they're going to be putting their prices up. They just do it. Same with fuel.
That's it. You could probably go to sometimes you could probably go to the same petrol station 3 times a week, and they'll pay a different price up and down, couldn't you? So, and VAT is, I suppose we need to understand that the VAT that you're charging, so the money you're putting on people's prices, all you're doing is collecting it for the government. It's not actually going in your pocket. It's not your money, is it?
No. And unfortunately, a lot of customers understand that. And I've had less people, my customers, throw a fuss, actually hardly any, about the VAT increase. And that increase is, probably around £9, some of them, some more. But when I put my prices up September last year, that was between £3 and £5. I had more clients complain about that when I put prices up for myself. If I was putting it up for VAT, they were like, "Oh, all right then."
It's just a completely different story for them, isn't it?
God forbid I want to make a living.
So, and what was the sort of the fear that you had? Was basically that everyone was just going to walk away and leave you?
Yeah, because I was already. I've just spent probably over £2,000, in this move in the salon. And I thought, I can't afford. I really can't afford to lose more because of the VAT, and it's another stress on top. And it's the not knowing. It's the not knowing what's about and what you should be doing. I'm very fortunate that my accountant is incredibly supportive. And I've got a meeting with her this afternoon. She's going to go through exactly what I should need to be doing and break it down and make it easy and simple for me. And if I'm ever worried about anything, I can just give her a call.
Yeah, and that's really nice. That's really nice to hear that you've got an accountant they're like your critical friend of your business, aren't they?
Yeah.
They're just like having an employee. They are a critical friend who should be able to give you that advice when you need it, and to be able to break it down for you as well into.
Yeah, find the right one. I think that's probably the hardest thing. And my accountant's an elder lady, and she's quite mumsy, and I like that. So I look after you. I love how honey looking after us.
And so perhaps you can just explain it in how you understand it, how it all works, and how you're going to go forward with it. Like, you're charging it, and then what do you do with it?
So I've got a point of sale software, and I can put that 20% within that. So when a customer gets a receipt, it will say 20%. Actually says tax because it's American, but that is my VAT. So that I find makes it really easy for me, because it just calculates it all. So at the end of the week, actually on a Monday, I will pull up my records for that week. So I'll just put in that week, and it will tell me exactly how much VAT I've taken. So then I'll put that then into a savings account, so it's ready for when I need to pay it.
And that is so important. We don't mess with this money. It's not our money. That's the best way to think about it. It's not our money. We don't spend it. We don't mess with it. And I know people that do spend it, and then that's where the fear really kicks in, because you haven't got it at the quarter to pay it. So you're putting it to one side. It sits there, and then every quarter you're going to just pay it to the government and get rid of it, aren't you?
Yeah.
And that is so important, that you take control of that and don't spend it.
No, that's it. No, exactly.
So important, because I suppose that's one of the fear, isn't it, about how do I pay the VAT? Well, actually, the money's there. You're collecting that money every day. So when, like you said, you've got that system that works it out for you, so you can just look at it and say, right, this is how much it's building up. I can just put it into my little savings pot there, can't I? And then,
it's the same one my tax goes into. So just.
Oh, exactly. And then your accountant's going to go through with some stuff with you today, because you've gone VAT registered, you need to go onto a system like QuickBooks or Xero or some free agent.
Yeah, Sage.
Sage, because they're making tax digital. So now you literally connect it to the government, and you tell the government how much you're paying. And this is the scary bit. I often think is all down to us.
Yeah.
We tell the government what we owe them, and then we pay it.
Yeah, you've got to hate it in some respects, because actually we're putting all the work in for them to get the money.
Yeah, but how much trust is there as well? They're like, how much VAT do you owe us this month? Well, actually, we've worked it out of this, and here you go. I mean, it's just, we've been paying VAT for many, many years, thousands of pounds, and they just kind of just take it on trust, don't they, I suppose?
Yeah, but do make sure everything you can claim back for VAT, do claim it. I've got a van through the business now, so that helps out quite a lot. Because I've got finance on that and the fuel on that. I take it to grooming competitions, I take it to dog shows. That's all promotional.
Yeah.
So that I put it all through the business.
That's right. And again, that's that really vital relationship you got with your accountant, where, right, what can I do to make myself more tax efficient? What can I do with my business to make it more tax efficient? And they'll give you that advice, won't they?
Especially if you can find a way to just fit into your personal life as well. I say personal life, like the competitions are a hobby. I claim the fuel going there, I take the van, I claim the van, doing it, and actually the entry fees and everything like that for it. Yeah.
Get everything you possibly can to go through your business.
Yeah.
Definitely. And I know people out there that have got mobile phones which their business aren't paying for. I was like, come on. Even my bookkeeper said to me, your phone's not going through your business. Well, it's actually going through another one. She's like, oh, okay. But she was like nudging me, going, come on, you can spend a bit more through your business now. You can get your phone.
Yeah, I've got a contract phone through my business.
Yeah. There's so much things you can do. So you hit your magic 85,000 this month.
Yeah, I think I'll hit it probably the end of the month, beginning of next month.
And then what do you think? Where do you think you'll be this time next month?
Who knows?
This time next month, 150, 180.
Yeah, that'd be fabulous. I'd like to be doing double what I am now. I've got enough room in that salon that I can have 4 trimming tables in there. So I've always thought I wanted 2 hydro baths, and I can have 2 teams of 2. 10. That's 10 dogs per person. That's my major goal.
So 160,000 turnover, more staff?
Yeah, yep.
So if anyone is in the Bury St Edmunds and they're doing their work experience, they can come and knock on your door and keep your business going. Keep pushing through. Do you offer any, along with grooming, do you offer any add-ons and stuff like that?
Well, I've got nail filing. I do as add-ons, but I don't really have anything else really. That's something I will be looking into more now.
The old teeth cleaning.
Yeah, do you know what? It's the first time I've had 2 clients, I think, this week ask me about any pet.
And where are they finding this? Where are they finding this information out?
Oh, I have no idea. I have no idea. I'm not sure they may have seen it online. I imagine on Facebook.
Yeah. I mean, we're probably teeth cleaning for us is just gone crazy, and we're really pushing the prices as well with it as well. So it's another string to your bow. Get people in for teeth cleaning, and then spa treatments as well. Are you that kind of groomer, or?
Yeah, again, that's something I'll be probably looking into as well. I just need this to kind of like one stress at a time with me. Get Christmas over and done with.
Let things settle down.
I'm looking to probably upgrade all my shampoos now as well, especially because the hydro bath saves me so much on shampoo. But well, okay, instead of just carrying on like that, let's upgrade my shampoo and make a big deal about it. Yeah,
that's it. Sell the results to the clients.
Yeah,
awesome. Well, it's been really good having you here and dispelling the fears and the myths around. It
was a quick one on deposits as well, because I take deposits for clients. So I take £35 deposits for full grooms and £20 deposits for baths. So anything under £30, I'll take a £20 deposit for. And that has made it a lot easier with the being VAT registered, because it breaks the payments up into 2.
Yes.
So I haven't changed my deposit amount, because I feel £35 I think is enough for someone to think seriously about coming up for their appointment. So instead of they're coming in and they're paying £52 for a groom, they're paying their £35 deposit, and when they're actually coming in, they're only paying £17. So it doesn't seem to them like it's that they're paying like such a huge amount.
Yeah, you're separating it out, because they might have paid that deposit a few weeks ago or a month ago, and then they're coming in paying the full bill or the rest of it.
But again, saying that, since taking deposits, I have so many people pre-booked now. I have so many appointments ahead now. I mean, I think I've got a few days in January I'm completely full already.
Yeah,
probably a week or so, completely chock-a-full because of pre-bookings. People will just pay their full groom and then roll the deposit over to the next appointment.
So you recommend rolling the deposit over?
Yeah, so I only roll the deposit if a client will book when they come and collect. I don't want someone to say, "Oh, can I keep my deposit and I'll call you later to rebook it," because it's just going to give confusion.
Yeah,
because you're not going to remember. I've got hundreds and hundreds of clients. I'm not going to remember. It's worked really, really well for me.
And how are you with no-shows? I take it, is it completely got rid of no-shows for you? Because that's a big topic at the moment.
A couple of times, but then you kind of think, oh, well, I got 35 quid for it.
So even with the deposit, you're still getting the no-shows?
Yeah, you still will. Yeah, you still will. I am a bit brutal with it. If someone, because my policy is if they cancel within 48 hours, so the day I say 48 hours, what I actually mean is the day of the appointment or the day before. Any time before then, you can roll it over to another appointment. But for whatever reason, if they can't come in, I don't care what the reason is, because you've put that time out, I'm not going to be able to fill it. They don't get it refund. I don't refund it.
That's it. We make a promise, don't we, to our customers, that we're going to be there. We're going to be ready. We're going to have the staff. We're going to have the equipment. We're going to have the shampoo ready for that pet's appointment. So that's our commitment to them. So we need
it's not just that, but it's the time you actually take to book in clients and speak to clients. That's your time. That's your time that you've stepped away from someone's dog grooming to actually take that phone call, and that should cost for that time. And a lot, especially new clients, you invested a bit more time into them, and especially new puppy owners or cockapoo owners, they want a lot more reassuring on the phone. And that takes time. That's
an interesting one, that you find certain dogs come with certain owners.
Yeah,
We'll leave that one there.
Yeah, the cats are a completely even different ball game. Cat people, my goodness.
Tell me about your cat grooming, because I meet a lot of pet groomers, and they're flat out with dogs. They're like, Bill, I'm so busy. I don't know what to do. I'm really overwhelmed and stressed. And we're like, right, let's think about this. It's not always about the dog grooming. We can add services onto our business, like the add-ons, like the spa and the teeth. And how about cat grooming? And a lot of people are like, whoa, I don't do cats. But you obviously you do cat grooming, I take it.
Yeah, because I used to run a salon in London, and we did a lot of cats then as well. So I've been grooming cats for quite a while. So I've actually just put 1 day a month, and that is a cat day. So I don't really have any dogs in, which a lot of cat people quite like. Yeah. And you can just kind of pace it out more than thinking, I've got to get this cat done, so I've got dogs coming in. Yeah. So it does get a bit more lower tone. So I find that works really well. There's definitely a call for it. Not many people do it.
There's more cats than there are dogs in the world, I believe.
And I've got a very good relationship with my vet. And I'd also know other vets as well that recommend me for cat grooming. There's just no one else that does it around here. I've had people travel 45 minutes for me to do their cat because there's nowhere near them.
And this price-wise for cats, where you kind of at?
My cats start at £50. Start 50 and go up. I mean, for a full clip off. Oh, that's not including VAT. So think about that. That's not including VAT. So now it's £50 plus VAT. So actually for a full clip off a cat, it's usually around £70 plus that.
Yeah.
It's a £45 deposit for cats.
Nice.
So I must say, before when doing cats, especially in London, you get the phone call in the morning. I can't find my cat. I can't find my cat anywhere. I don't have that problem anymore for some reason.
No, funny enough, you catch the cat before it leaps out the window.
Yeah, they show up.
They shut the window overnight. Cats can don't often take as long as dogs, do they? And you can definitely charge.
And you should, because it's danger money.
Yeah.
So I always have 2 people to do a cat anyway, so you have to consider that's actually 2 people working at the same time. So it's double the amount of wages you're paying for.
Yeah, and we've got the new qualification come out as well. So I would really encourage people to embrace it. Yes, some people aren't cat people, but don't close your eyes to it. Yeah,
I wouldn't say I'm a cat person. I love animals. I love them all. I wouldn't own a cat. I think they're horrible. They're not really for me. I'm definitely a dog person. But they're good money.
They are good money.
They are good money.
And when you look at our daily total, so we do have separate rooms for dogs, and we can take cats in and we leave them in we put them in the cat room. So we do really good daily totals, like when we've got a mixture of dog grooms, teeth cleaning, nail trimming appointments, and cat grooming. When we've got that mixture in the salon, our price, our take home is really, really high. It's really a really good mixture of things to put through your day, sort of thing. So it's certainly something to consider, cat grooming.
Yeah, and don't be afraid to talk to your cat clients as well. I've got cats are so unpredictable, and I've got one that's just increasingly got more and more aggressive to be groomed. And instead of saying I'm not doing the cat anymore, I've just spoke to the client. I said, look, maybe it'll be worth going to the vet and see if you can get a calmer or something. And they did, and she was brilliant. And I must say, the cat was a lot better. So if you can work with them.
Well, there's things like fell-away plugins, and I work with a cat groomer who uses catnip. Has like catnip around the cat while she's grooming it out, just to relax it and keep it interested. All sorts of techniques.
There's so many more different cat grooming tools now as well.
The air muzzle is probably a must.
Yeah, it was a hamster ball.
What is this contraption? But it does save your fingers.
I must say, actually, I used that in London, and I had to have some cats to get out of it. But I've not had to have it over here. I've not had to buy one.
That's good.
Yeah, I've not had to have it.
You pin them down.
Sometimes you've got to be so careful with cats. You have to be so careful.
That's it. I did a talk with Sarah, who she offers the cat grooming qualification, and it isn't something that you just go out. I'm a dog groomer, I'm now going to go and do cats. They are a completely different animal to groom and to deal with and to handle. So there is a real need to get some education.
Yeah. And I do believe as well, you can't just get into grooming and do cats straight away. I think you need to be grooming for a little while before you start on cats.
They have a completely different skin type, you know, different issues, different problems, different coats. But they are a really good, you know, animal to get into and a service to offer.
Yeah. I think having me doing them actually once a month, I then actually get cats that rebook.
Yeah.
Instead of them thinking, oh, I can call up and get in next week, they have to wait until I've got my next cat day. So I do actually have a lot of cats that come in an 8-week rota.
Yeah.
Or some that come in every month.
Yeah, definitely have monthly cats. You know, that some of them just can't keep on top of their fur, or the parents don't want to keep on top of their fur. So that's
and they're leading to get to the point where they're in the mess, and then it's more stressful for the cat. You know, I do have one that comes every month now because that cat used to get really aggressive. So now I can just do one area for a bit, you know, and if he gets fed up, I know he's going to come in next month and I can do the next area.
Yeah. And how about rabbits?
I don't have the call for it. I have done rabbits before a couple of times, but I don't really get a huge call for it.
No, we've got a few. We've got some giant rabbits on our books, but we haven't got loads. But again,
long-haired guinea pigs as well.
Yeah, so you could get into some creative grooming with guinea pigs. we digest. We're going to say goodbye, and I'm going to say a massive thank you for coming.
Very welcome.
And sharing your experiences with us. It's only going to serve to help other people that are coming up towards that VAT threshold or are hovering around it and just don't know what to do. Are you happy for them to reach out to you?
Yeah. Don't be scared. Just do it.
You know, one thing that I wanted with this group, and I think it's working, is that we find and speak to people that are doing it or have done it, so that we can get that advice rather than speaking to our mate down a pub that says it's going to destroy your business and don't do it, sort of thing.
Yeah, like I said, if you don't do it, you're going to lose clients. If you do it, you're going to lose clients. Either way, you're going to lose some clients. So you might as well do the one where you lose some and then you can gain some more.
That's it. And I think you already said you've got about 24, 25 customers since going VAT registered, and these people are paying your new higher prices, which is
I see people that go, oh, it's that much. Oh, that's fine. Okay, no problem. I'll book in. I'll pay the deposit.
That's it.
Yeah.
Excellent. Well, thank you for joining us, and
no problem at all.
I'll let you know when it's all out on the podcast.
All right. Take care.
Take care.